We're live on the radio. Yeah. Let's see.
It is 2 o'clock. I got 2
It is 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast.
On the East Coast. Okay. Hello, boys and girls and children. Here I am flanked by my wonderful host who is building the Black Beauty right now, Gilbert. James will not be with us today. He is feeling a little under the weather. And Gretchen will not be with us.
She's doing some family bonding.
Family bonding and stuff. We have no special guests this week, so we're just going to be winging it for about an hour and
just talking about models and
about models and
some other nerdy stuff, and just wherever the conversation takes us. So sit back, relax, strap in, and hey,
get your sprue cutters and and follow us to the 5th level of hell. No.
Oh man.
We were talking about. I think we were talking about the Black Beauty model kit that. Gilbert got. So, the Black Beauty is the automobile from
the Green
Hornet TV series. It's the 1/25th scale. I believe it's an AMT kit.
It is AMT. Yes.
Yeah, AMT 1/25th scale. It's about 10 inches long. It's a larger kit. It does come with Green Hornet. It comes with the Green Hornet and Kato figures. So you could put, Kato, of course, in the driver's seat and the Green Hornet in the driver's seat. And
what I think I'm going to do with those is, of course, I got to paint the Green Hornet, and I got to paint them both. So, and I'll probably use that little tip that you told me before we got on air about using detergent to wash them out, so that way the paint
to wash all the pieces and stuff before you start painting it.
So I think I'm probably going to do that.
The Black Beauty,
the Black Beauty itself, I'll do that so I could get that nice shiny gloss.
The body's molded in black. So, you can wash it with, with like Tide or whatever type of liquid detergent,
right?
Just to get the molding oils off of it. You do wash it, clean it down, you could put a gloss coat over it, and if you really wanted to shine it up, the guys I know who do a lot of those models for. Who do like a lot of car models? They use Futura wax, like floor wax. You put like a floor wax on it.
Okay.
And you can buff it with floor wax after you put the gloss coat on it.
Oh.
But
Okay.
I've done about, in my time or in my years of building car models, I've built close to 50 cars, and I've done all types of finishes. I've done like finishes from like the glossiest to the most god awful beaten metal cars. I did do a car with it was like I actually did it with Q-tips. I took a Q-tip and I dipped it in a dull coat. They would because they make a dull coat spray for models where it can actually dull down the finish. So what I did was I sprayed some of that into a cup, took the Q-tip, I put it in, and scaled it and and made little swirl marks in it, in the finish, to make it look like the car was waxed on one side but glossy on the other.
Okay.
And then had like a figure who's actually cleaning the car and buffing it. So
Oh, nice.
something like that. So
Yeah.
there's been a couple of things like that I've done. Putting dioramas and scaling certain things. Also, doing chrome on older cars, like chrome sides and stuff like that.
Right.
There are different things before Molotow chrome, that paint that I showed you, the pen.
Yeah.
Before that came out, I used to use aluminum tape. Now, aluminum tape is something you would use for
essentially like a metal for like
sealing.
For like sealing.
If you're sealing seams for an HVAC, for high volume air conditioning ducts, there's aluminum tape. But if you cut the tape lengthwise very, very thinly, you can use that for chrome accents. You could also use it like for chrome bumpers on a car that wouldn't even have chrome. But like if you wanted to do like fender flare detail or something like that, or door detail, you could do that. Because it is actually putting a buffed aluminum finish onto it.
Okay.
So,
okay.
The only other thing you can use it for, a lot of the things I used to use the aluminum for, and then aluminum foil for to spray it gold, was the heat shield on the Apollo, on the Apollo models. Also, the lunar module. Lunar module actually has a gold mylar foil around the ship on the bottom of the LEM, the Lunar Excursion Module. So that's that's more like a. I remember there was a story. Adam Savage, who worked on Apollo 13. They had to try to find the same type of mylar foil for the models that they were doing, and they couldn't find the tint. They couldn't find the right tint, so they couldn't get real gold mylar foil because it was not to scale with the models. I think the models are like 1/6 scale, maybe even 1/12 scale. So what they did was they found Rolos. There's this candy that they make called Rolos.
Yeah.
They're like little chocolate with caramel filled with it, but they come in this mylar foil pouch, and that's what they used. They went to the store, bought like a ton of these Rolo wrap, and they took the wrappers from it and used that for the heat shield for the LEM. And I was like, that's awesome. That's pretty cool.
That is. I was like, that is hilarious.
It's basically the same tint as as that mylar foil.
Oh my god, that is great. Oh man.
Yeah, the only other thing I could think of using the Molotow chrome for is if you're going to do like a Cylon helmet from the 1978. From like the 1978
Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah,
that would definitely be.
That was a chrome.
Yeah, that'd definitely be the one to use on that one, because oh man, the shine on that one. Oh my god.
Yeah, like a mirrored finish. Yeah. Molotow I don't know if it does come in a mirrored gold, because there is a Cylon is actually like a mirrored, it's like a mirrored gold chrome, like a mirrored gold finish.
Right.
One of the things you could do is just they make something. I think Testors and Tamiya make a it's an amber it's like a translucent amber overcoat that you can put over models. Like if you're gonna do like a car model,
Right.
and if you wanted to
Okay.
do like a mirrored gold finish, you could probably get a like an amber finish. I've seen guys do that with like with C3PO.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of like a mirrored gold finish. I guess when he's all cleaned up, but yeah. So you know, so like you would spray the model with the Molotow first, and then you'd spray it with the translucent amber color that would go over the gold. I don't think you could really mix it. It would have to be it would just have to be like an overspray, you know, over the mirrored gold. Oh, sorry, over the chrome, over the mirrored chrome. There's a lot of the one guy on the RPF, the Replica Props Forum, did the Ark of the Covenant from Indiana Jones, like, you know, from like the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
He actually had the prop, and he made one out of resin. So he made the two. It's the two Falcons.
The two Falcons,
like the wings
on the top,
you know, that are.
Oh, the two eagles that are with the wings that are pointing at each other. Yeah.
It's like a handle.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and he was wondering how to do like a mirrored gold finish, and he's like, I don't know, I could do it. So, you know, the one guy said, well, you could do this, you could do that, and he said, you know, I don't want to have to spend a lot of money. He was actually gonna put gold leaf on it. He was gonna do it with like, you know, with like a raised gold leaf, and it was gonna it was gonna be like for that prop, you know, as big as that prop is, and he was going to use gold leaf on it, because they did it in the movie with I think they did it in the movie with gold leaf, and I think they spent like $3,000 to $4,000.
Damn.
In just gold leaf, just putting it onto the thing to make it that shiny. And he goes, I don't want to spend $3,000 for this model, because it's just a model,
right?
You know, that he's going to put, I guess, in his collection room. So he wanted to find something that was a little. So the one guy said, well, why don't you do it in chrome, and then.
All right. I mean,
use the Model Master. I think Model Master paints make a. It's a translucent. It's like a translucent amber, you know, paint that you can put over chrome to make it look like it's gold. So, like a shiny gold. There are also yellowy. There's yellowish gold colors that they make in a spray.
Mm-hmm.
The only other one I've seen is not Bear. I'm thinking of oh my god, I can't even think of it. All Clads. There is a paint called All Clads, and they actually, I think they have a gold paint. After you spray on, like, you can use an airbrush with it. You can use an airbrush to spray it on. It's actually made for the airbrush. It's very, it's very thin. But after you spray it on and you let it set up, you can buff it out. You can actually take like a soft rag and you can buff it out to like not really like a mirrored finish.
Okay.
But close to it. And then you can just spray it with a clear sealer. Usually the buffing, like Rub and Buff, if you've ever used Rub and Buff, it's the Rub and Buff series paints. It comes in a tube. Some are silver, some are gold. The gold ones I've seen can give you kind of like a brass finish almost, but you'd have to seal it, because if you don't seal it and you start touching it, you're going to get it all over your hands, and then you start putting your fingerprints in it. Yeah.
Then yeah,
Yeah.
you end up with a big ass,
Well, then
just a big ass print on
yeah,
fingerprint.
a big thumbprint like I did with the Millennium Falcon that time. I was dusting the engines. So yeah. I mean, I don't know if you've ever done like any weathering with like engine, detail and stuff like that. The Millennium Falcon.
I have not. Yeah, actually, that's something I want to. Well, not only learn, but also I because on a lot of stuff, I mean, I want to have that look, that weathered look, that, or like with like the, say I'm using Millennium Falcon as an example, if it'd be cool if I get it and it looks, brand new, fresh off the lot type of Millennium Falcon, all great and fine, but my Millennium Falcon, has the little satellite dish missing because, Chewie miscalculated.
The Jedi.
Yeah, because
it came off during the Death Star.
Yeah,
because the second Death Star destruction. Yeah,
and it's got laser, burn marks on the side and a missing thing on the tie. That's my Millennium Falcon.
Oh,
the battle damaged one, and
well,
yeah, and I'd want it to kind of look like that.
Yeah, usually, when you're doing weathering for any spaceship, if it's an atmospheric type spaceship, if it's going to enter a planet's atmosphere, it can have like rust spots in it. It can have laser hits. The one thing I found that works really, really well, they make these things called pastels. So it's a pastel chalk.
Okay.
You can get it at an art store. They have different ones. They have a gray, they have a brown, they have a black. They have they have like different shades of pastel. The pastel chalks are basically used if you're sketching. Like if you're going to sketch out something, and it's usually for artists who are going to do oil paints. If they're going to do